be overtaken. You got to go with the flow.
You got to.
You got to go with the flow.
And that is the only, like, that is your pathway to success.
Yes.
Is going to be with the flow. And sometimes your flow is upstream.
Yeah.
You know?
And believe me, if salmon can go upstream, surely
So
you
can
can.
we.
Hey, come on now. Shoot, we can too.
It's part of the journey, and as parents and as being a parent of an adult,
Right.
you shift different.
Yes.
It's no longer this is what I say, this is what I do. Now I'm in an advisory mode.
Exactly.
And so I can only tell you
I can't do it for you.
where I've been to help you release where
Right.
you're going, because you're definitely going to feel the turbulence
Yes.
of what I'm building.
I'm telling you. Hey, I just, I really am really glad that I'm honored to have you, Miss Summer. I am. I'm honored. I want to introduce you before we get, because I got this wrote down.
And we need to take pictures.
Yeah, so we
We need to document.
Document.
Yeah.
So I want to say first, welcome to the Locology podcast, where we explore art, science, and the soul of locks, and celebrate the amazing mind shaping natural hair. Yeah. And today we have an inspiring guest joining us, a true powerhouse, right? In the world of locks and natural hair, she's a master loctician with over 20 years of hands-on experience, the CEO and founder of Something Special Hair Studio in downtown Louisville, Kentucky, a woman whose story embodies resilience, creativity, and transformation. Her journey began as a young girl, watching her grandmother work magic in the salon. Through perseverance and self-determination, she turned her early challenges into a mission, transforming lives through hair restoration, custom wigs, and specializing in lock maintenance. In 2022, Miss Summer, she founded Something Special, and by 2024, her studio had already become a local landmark for excellent empowerment. She's been recognized as one of the top rising stylists by the Canvas Rebel magazine and featured on WDRB 11 for her hair regrowth treatments that has changed lives, especially for cancer survivors. Miss Summer has been honored by the former Congresswoman Attica Scott for her leadership following the passage of the Crown Act in Louisville. Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to get into all of those things that I just discussed, and I want to celebrate you on your journey and your success, you know what I'm saying, and just see, talk to you and just see what's going on with you.
Nothing but butterflies.
Hey, nothing but butterflies. Okay, hey, this lady right here is, I didn't get to finish. She has been a contest winner, in the Fab Over 40.
I'm currently
in the contest right now. Okay, so we're gonna talk about all that.
Thanks.
Talk about all that and celebrate you and just see what your plans are for for this industry and. And let's keep the same energy talking about frequencies and where we going and nothing but up. Nothing but up.
And there go the sirens because
we
going
up. Right now. Right now. I am honored to have you, and I am Yvette Miller, and this is Zen.
Hey,
and this is Miss Summer.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, hi everybody. So let's just dive into some your background that we spoke of.
Okay.
Your grandmother, first of all. Let's talk about
my grandmother. Okay, so grandma, she was the spiritual advisor.
Okay.
Plus, my grandfather, she had a dream. She wanted to do hair.
Okay.
And she needed to stay at home.
Right.
And so my grandfather went out to work. He retired from Chrysler.
Okay, that's good.
And he built her a hair studio.
Okay.
Downstairs
so
in the basement.
So we see where you get your entrepreneurship from.
Right. And she also trained with Madam C.J. Walker.
Oh.
So she was one of her students.
So we sitting here with some legacy though right now because you came from her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I've been honored. My mom saved all of her beauty stuff. I had one chair left from her studio.
Okay,
I had her Marcel's.
Okay.
And so I didn't know which direction I was going. I just knew I've been around hair, but my grandmother's niche was the curl.
The curl. That Marcel.
Yeah,
that Marcel.
And then Jerry curls.
Mm-hmm.
When it came out.
Oh, yeah.
And so her shop was popping.
Okay.
People always in the shop. And that was just where I got my just sitting around it and
That's
just
where your spark
listening.
came
Yeah.
from. That's where you got that first spark.
It's always been here.
Yeah.
And I got my first spark spirituality there.
Okay.
And my grandmother, bringing both of those and food together, just making it a family affair. So I'll tell you more about that, how I incorporated that later.
That's what's up. I have that similar situation or story. I got my first love of hair through my family. My grandmothers used to take me to the shop and get my hair done, and I got a lot of hairstylists in my family. So I got my first spark too with my grandmother, and she was pretty much my first love, really. You know what I'm saying? I followed her around like a bee to honey. You know what I'm saying? She was everything. She was my spiritual advisor. Yeah. So I definitely understand that.
I love that. Yeah. And then me having all this hair, like as a little kid, I had so much hair. And my mother did not know what to do with me. Right. So
I had that kinky hair. My mama didn't know what to do with mine either, though. Yeah, and different story.
It was hair. She called me Little Witchy Poo because when she washed it would take her a whole day to get me together.
Okay. And
so I understand parents right there and people when they don't know what to do with the texture. Yeah. Because my mother's Hispanic and my father is African American. Okay. So bringing them together, my hair just did whatever it wanted to do, right?
Yeah, a couple different types.
Exactly. Types. And it was everywhere. Yeah. And so I was like down to like right about here. And so I saw the pressure, and my mom, she was always like dreading doing my hair. She sent me to a hairstylist young. Right. I was young sitting in there. She said, I'm not doing it. Can't do this. Can't do it. And so I understand that moment when it comes to parents, their hair, people, their hair, because they still take that trauma for being a kid and getting their hair yanked on to the chair as adults. Yeah. So
that's how you get those. That's how you get those tender-headed adults because they done got their hair done too early, and they,
And locks are gonna make you more tender. Yeah. You're gonna be sensitive once everything connects. So that's the early beginnings of summer.
Okay, that's the early beginning. Okay, Miss Summer, I have had similar hair experiences. My mother, she hates when I tell this story, but she couldn't do my hair because it was kinky. And my sisters had hair like yours, beautiful flowing hair. My hair was color purple. You know what I'm saying? It was tightly coiled, kinky. Okay. And so she cut it.
Yeah.
She allowed somebody to cut my hair, and I think that was that pivotal moment in my life where I was like, I'm gonna learn how to do my own hair. Mm-hmm. And once I learned how to do my own hair, I ain't got to worry about nobody else doing my hair.
Part.
Yeah. So she let one of my cousins cut my hair off, and I was like, at this time, I was like in the 5th or 6th grade. This wasn't popular for a girl to have her hair shaved. You know what I'm saying? A little chocolate girl with no hair. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a hard situation, but it grew me up. Yeah. It taught me perseverance, as you spoke of earlier. It taught me determination. Like, look, I gotta figure this thing out because I can't let that happen ever again. I can't ever again. Yeah. So I learned how to do hair. I'm self-taught like yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I did eventually go.
No. You be like, ooh.
Yeah. So I've had moments. I had more of my hiccups, should I say, on myself versus on another person. I mean,
I had both.
Shaved my hair and the clipper stopped working. I didn't went crazy. And getting into it with my mother because she's like, "You going to school?" And I'm like, "I ain't going nowhere looking like this."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
It's okay. I remember relaxing my hair. I relaxed my hair. For whatever reason, I felt like I needed a relaxer. Everybody was getting one. And I got one, and I washed my hair I shampooed my hair right before. And so it all stuck to my head. Yeah. I had a full scab all the way around my head. My mother had to help me and restore it because, but I was 15. I was just trying to figure it out. She was no longer able to send me to the hairdresser. And so I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And my parents were getting a divorce, and I was trying to do my part in the house.
Okay, so let's touch on that a little bit. What's your opinion about? I know we got social media now; everything's on YouTube, and people are learning different skills through social media. But what's your opinion about learning it first before you actually, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't get the full scope on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You get snippets. People edit and you get to see a little bit. So, you know, somebody putting a relaxer in their hair and not understanding proper where you supposed to start. You know what I'm saying? From the scalp, how far away from the scalp you supposed to be.
Exactly. They have
And-
no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
And they buying products out the store and just putting it on, even if it's say professional use only, and they still put it
They
on.
still slapping
And
it
then
on.
they come sit in your chair and they looking like,
A chemical. They look like they touch chemicals. And
Yeah,
they did.
yeah.
They did. They got
you
chemical
know.
cut.
So what's your opinion for? You know, what's your advice? Should I say, for somebody that's actually having hair challenges, whether it be locks or chemically treated? You know what I'm saying? What would you say?
Well, what I end up doing
Okay.
was I have classes for people who want to learn. I have
Okay.
intermediate
Okay.
and I have advanced.
Okay.
And I also promote, if you don't have the funds, there is a hair school.
Okay.
Hair school does a lot of things for $30
Right.
or $25. It's in that budget. If you need help, reach out to your professional.
Right.
Those are all my suggestions when parents come to me or
Right.
sit down in my chair and they need a 911.
Yeah.
I do not suggest you to hop in there just on your own, especially when it comes to chemicals.
Yes.
Because you can do damage and you have no clue, and you need to know your pros and your cons about what's about to happen, especially your hair texture.
Yeah.
All different types, not necessarily on that box,
And them,
but the
them
instructions.
chemicals can cause scarring alopecia, which is not reversible.
The-
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you get those scars on the scalp,
it's very
Yeah.
it's like having a scar on your body.
Yeah.
And you may be able to shave your leg. Say you got a whole scar on your leg. That part right there just don't have no hair.
ain't got no hair.
It don't have no hair.
Right. And so once you scar that scalp, the chances of regrowth, it's zero.
It is.
Yeah.
It can be, yeah. And
Yeah.
so I have connections, with my clients, and I promote dermatologists.
Okay.
I say if we're growing, because hair regrowth.
Yeah.
If we're doing a hair regrowth, I need to know if those follicles are open.
Right.
So before you waste your money and before I waste my time.
Right.
Both
But
are
get a hair loss
important.
practitioner like myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we can
Go
look at that
there.
scalp and figure out if it can grow again.
Yes, because I'm not a doctor by
Right.
any means, but I need to know
we
what's
don't
going on up top.
diagnose.
I will
Yeah,
not
yeah,
diagnose.
we
It's
ain't
unprofessional of
Yeah.
me to diagnose.
Right. It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then, and as I was taking my classes for hair loss, I realized that a lot of women suffer from hair loss due to traction alopecia, scarring alopecia, and so they have this embarrassment and fear. So they don't really want to come to the shop. Do you make house calls?
I travel.
Okay.
I go to the home. I also, with those clients, I have a space for them that's closed in,
Okay.
or I close off by time to where no one comes in or out right then and
giving them
there.
that
It is
privacy.
nothing but privacy
Okay.
for them, because I do have those clients. One just graduated from me. I
Right.
send them off to a cosmetologist
Yeah.
that I know that is skilled in natural hair,
Right.
and skilled in don't let this happen again to
Right.
her.
Right.
And so I work with the community that way.
Okay.
I believe that all of us, we hold our part in this billion-dollar industry.
Oh man.
But if we are able to connect to each other, and my gift works with your gift, and then our consumer
Right.
has a better experience with the hair community,
Right.
because they're traumatized too,
Right.
from unprofessionalism,
Yeah.
and just from oopses and didn't knows.
Right.
But our responsibility as professionals is to be able to bridge that gap
That's right.
with knowledge and with being able to give them support.
Now, has it always been that way for you working with stylists? Because it's kind of hard sometimes working with other stylists. Everybody, we have this gated mindset when it comes to doing hair. I don't know why, but I have realized also in this lock world that we are more like we're more of a community.
We are.
The locks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a family. I mean, you can look up, you'll see a lock page here, a lock page there, communities everywhere where people are sharing insights and different ways of getting locks and just they doing things. So have you experienced that kind of situation? Because I know I remember when people thought all I did was locks, and once they realized that I was a cosmetologist. And I do this and that. It kind of, sometimes it creates that tension because we gatekeep a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
When I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yes, I have. Let me answer the question first.
Okay.
Yes, I have experienced the gatekeeping. And it was hurtful at times because I don't meet a stranger.
Yeah,
everybody is sis and bruh, hey.
Yeah, we family.
And coming to find out, we are family because there is family that acts that way too, in the negative side sense. And so, yes, I have. I had to stick to what I knew, stick to my guns, go ahead and buckle down, let my work speak for itself.
Exactly.
Continually tell myself, even though I'm experiencing competition, I don't have competition.
That's right.
You can't do what I can do and I can't do what you do.
Right.
And being able to at least change minds like that one person at a time.
Yeah.
As they watched me, as they interacted with me and came into my vibration, they realized she's technically not a threat. She doesn't really want us, but they started to want to learn from me.
Right.
You do have to get the ones who are still trying to take it for free. And I have to advise people, you can't record right now.
Right.
You can't share this right now.
Exactly.
And make them respect the craft.
Yes.
And that helped them respect themselves.
Right.
And so I also interacted with other stylists by being a consumer from them.
Right.
So I would send customers to them or I would go myself for whatever reason.
Right, so you would build a rapport.
Build rapport, but I would let them charge me.
Right.
And I wouldn't let them discount me.
Right.
I said, no, if I'm late, which I'm,
Yeah.
but if I'm late, you charge me.
Right.
If this is an upgrade from what I asked for, you charge me.
Exactly.
Because I wanted them to be aware of their worth.
Right.
And make sure anybody who sat down in their chair, it was that because our money ain't good money.
Yes, exactly.
So.
And that's true because I had found myself early on and when I started discounting because I don't know if it was that I really didn't feel sure of myself or I didn't want people to think I was trying to take advantage of them by pricing and saying this is what I wanted. This is what I expect to be paid for the services that I provided. But now I know my worth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's a different ball game. I expect to be paid for what I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's real deep. That's a good insight.
Yeah, and I go over with young artists or artists that are first starting out, and I love building a artist,
Right.
a stylist, and I tell them, okay, this is how prices come into play. You got to look at demand. You got to look at what your products are.
Right.
If there's a cost of living raise,
Right.
there's all kind of things that go into pricing a service. You can't just throw it out there and say this is it because everybody's doing it. You got to know why. And if you're just starting out, tweak that a little bit, bring it down some because now there's trust that needs to be given between yourself and your client.
Yeah, and I agree with that to a certain point because we walk in the store and we don't care who made whatever product. We pay whatever they ask for. You know what I'm saying? It can be a new product on the shelf. You ain't never experienced it. You ain't never tried it. And if they demand a certain amount, then you pay it. You know what I'm saying? I have a niece who's just starting out as a loctician. And my brother mentioned to me that she was like charging like $20 for a retwist. I said, oh no, you know what I'm saying? $20, you know, I got that same look you got, right? Like, wait a minute. Even though she's in hair school and she's learning, and I told her, even if it take you 20 minutes to do it, you had to learn
Yes,
to get that fast.
exactly. And $20 ain't it?
And $20 ain't it.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get paid for your product, your time, your services, and your knowledge.
Yes, and the fact that she may not be somewhere per se, but there's still an overhead somewhere.
Somewhere,
And
right.
so I ask people to throw in the cost of their overhead,
Right.
because it's a difference between coming into my studio
Right.
and me having you come into my house. Okay, there is a difference. I'm not knocking the housework. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been there working on.
I worked. That was my start.
Yeah, right.
But there is a difference because I have, and sometimes it doesn't have to be too much a difference because you still got an overhead at home.
Right.
And so don't knock the person that is at home too.
Definitely.
But if you're sitting down on a sofa cushion and you in between somebody's legs while they doing your hair, okay, that's a little different.
Yeah.
But
I could never do that. Yeah.
that's a little different. But I do talk to them and have them price it out. I had one young lady. I used to manage a salon off Papa Level Road.
Okay.
And I talked to her. I said, if you trust me, I will build you up. If you do what I tell you to do, you'll be quitting your job in 6 months. I promise you.
Yeah.
She quit in 2.
Okay.
And she was making 5 figures before she left.
That's right.
A month.
That's right.
And so that was just that was skyrocketing for her. She didn't trust herself at first because she was like pricing real low. I said, I said that same color that person is about to get at a prominent salon out in St. Matthews.
That's right.
They about to pay $275 for.
Right.
You're giving it to them for $80. Of course they rushing to you because they know how much they should have been paying.
Exactly.
And they're going to take advantage of you.
Yes, 'cause
you
if you
don't
allow
let
it. Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And you can have that same salon experience if you bring it up and level out the playing field.
That's right.
And you have to be mindful of manipulators. They're going to do it. Everybody want to bargain.
Yeah, everybody. Who
You
don't-
know?
You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to bargain?
And so baby girl, now she got her own thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
yes. Shout out to her. So I'm into this is one of my greatest students right here. You know what I'm saying? Everything I know, 27 plus years of knowledge, not just being a loctician but a cosmetologist. She has, before she could even work for me, she had to learn how to shampoo hair. You know what I'm saying? We need to know about type textures, and we need to know why we're using this type of shampoo. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And so, and who can use it? You know what I'm saying? You don't put color treated shampoo on anybody's hair if they ain't got no color in it. So
Thank
but this young lady right here, you know what I'm saying? They didn't try to steal her from me and everything. She's my prized possession. You know what I'm saying? My prized possession. I mean, all the way down from starting locks to Wicks which is her favorite. I mean, and kill it. Okay, kills it. Hey, with that needlework, it's
I know
A1.
it. Wicks is my
A1.
thing. Come on, sister love. Wicks.
Hey, A1, she had somebody that was willing to go to Florida, and they was like, can you do that? And then when they sat in her chair and realized, like, man, I was getting ready to make this trip to Florida, and it's right here in Louisville. So I take pride in creating students myself. I love to see them thrive. I love to see them excel. And make their own way. Once they realize what they need and they get on out there and start doing it, that's a proud moment. It's like a mother, like
Exactly. You're like,
you know what I'm saying?
go.
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely understand what you mean about students. Her and I did a summer program called Hooks, where we took girls between the ages of 10 and 15 and taught them locks.
Wow.
And we I wanted them
love
to,
that.
I wanted them to realize that making money doesn't come with a certain age. You can make money at 10. I've been working since I was 14.
That's right.
Making money from it. So I wanted to give that to the young ladies, and I wanted to talk about some of the things that you do, in the community and how you help folks out. Let's share with us. We know about you can talk about the Crown Act as well.
It makes my cheeks tight. I love it. Okay, so first, the Crown Act.
Okay.
The Crown Act is, in layman's terms, our right to be able to wear our natural hair in the work environment without prejudice.
Right. As we should.
And we should, but we still are experiencing prejudice.
Yes, we are.
And so I have workers that are community workers, firefighters, police officers that are getting prejudice for wearing their locks.
Right.
They're attempting, the HRs are attempting to make different rules and regulations that limit their creativity or even their ability to wear their locks.
Right. In their natural state.
In their natural
It's
state.
crazy.
And so that is something that gives me happiness because I am allowing a space to where they can come, they can make a complaint, and we actually get them in the direction to be able to file their complaint and have action happen for them.
Right.
Secondly, I have a contract, love it, with Bellarmine University basketball team. And so, and you're wondering, like, everybody on the basketball team don't, because you have people from Egypt, Libya, I think that's how you pronounce it, just all over the world.
Right.
But I connect with other stylists in the city that is willing to put each one of them up under their arm that asks for a style, their hair colored. And so Coach Monique Reed, she's the head coach there. Her main goal was these kids are away from their parents, their homes. They are in a strange city, most of them.
Right.
They didn't grow up here. And they don't have a whole lot of budget right now for their hair or whatever, but they do have prospects. They have people looking at them. They need to be able to have sponsorships. And so we reach out to the community who would be willing to do the work that they're asking for.
Make sure you hook up with me.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, I like to be a part of that.
And allow them to do that. And so there's been multiple stylists like Dare Desirable Braids. She is one of the most sought after braiders in this city.
Okay.
And she put in her work, and she doesn't charge these ladies, but she had, and myself, I do the locks for that.
Yeah.
And I teach them how to do the locks and in the dorm room so that they can, possibly make money there. But I teach them the skill and the art of locks. It's not just a retwist. Honey, you got to go down a lot.
Come on.
And
now.
so and what products?
The full length
full
of the hair.
Yeah. And don't just chase the money. Because
money comes. It flows. It's currency.
It's going to come to you. You are the vibration.
Yeah, come on.
You don't chase the bag. The bag chases you.
Yes,
all you
run you down if you sit still.
Yeah. And you be like, oh my God. And so I teach that portion because I don't want someone just to do it because they see that Wix can bring in, a nice 4 figures sitting in your chair. That's not just the moment. You have to know what to do, how to go along with different hair textures, what the lock is telling you. You have to, the scalp, like the person's all overall health. That it can
Nutrition
affect
is a big thing. Yes.
it can affect the locks and how it responds to you and how many people's been touching the head because they will go into shock. Too many people touching them. So there is
and the
hair
is
trauma.
part of the largest organ of our body, which is the skin.
I love that when you say that every time.
Yeah, it's so I would tell people all the time, like, hey, if you don't shampoo your hair. I don't know, I ain't shampooed it since I last seen. I said it's like not washing your hands. You know what I'm saying? That's skin.
It's in there.
Needs to be cleansed.
Yes. We find it when we detox all the time.
You got to cleanse your scalp, okay? And so, because if a clean scalp, a healthy scalp gives you healthy hair.
I believe so. I believe that wholeheartedly. I do tend to toggle on some of the side of I have them shampoo their hair as they see, as they run along that journey, because not everybody likes the fresh look. Some people love their Rasta out. Some people get frustrated because if you have a certain texture, you do the shampoo, they all marry together. And so it's teaching them how to do it at home. And then also, like you said, it's the biggest organ on your body. It's not like you're gonna walk around and not shower, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And by the time you get to me, if your fragrance from from your locks is pungent, help me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I recommend just even if you can't shampoo the hair itself,
clean the scalp.
clean the scalp. You know what I'm saying?
Clean
There's so
the
many
scalp.
different things out here nowadays where you can actually cleanse the scalp with. You can actually, you know what I'm saying, take you a nice little astringent, a little sea breeze or whatever, part that scalp.
Everybody don't know about the sea breeze trick. Oh my God.
And clean that scalp up and open up them pores because
Yeah.
it needs to be clean so you can have new hair. And this growth process, hair goes through 3 cycles. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your hair to be in this transition stage and it's just falling out. It's growing and stopping. Because a lot of times, I'm sure you've encountered this, where people say my locks ain't growing,
That part. Yeah.
and they like, well, I done had my locks for such and such years, and they still be at this length. And sometimes it has something to do with the stage of growth that it's in, but more than not, it has a lot to do with the health of the scalp. How often are you cleaning that scalp? Not so much as the hair, but that scalp.
But the scalp
Yeah.
itself.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like you got a plant. If you got bad dirt, you know what I'm saying, that plant ain't.
It's not gonna.
It's not gonna
There's no
grow.
nutrients.
There's
in
no
it.
nutrients. You're right. You know what I'm saying? So
I try and tell them their hair is a direct extension off of them, like a branch and a leaf from a tree.
Yeah.
I sing to their locks.
yeah.
Because you're supposed to sing to the plants.
Yeah.
I sing to their locks.
I was just wondering, you know what I'm saying? So you've had that situation where your clients may have said, "Hey, my locks ain't growing. What do I, what's going on?" What is your normal thing that you would recommend, or how do you handle that? Yeah, how do you handle that?
I do a set of questions.
Okay.
And I start within. So, what are you eating?
Yes.
What medications are you on?
Yes.
And then, because some of those medications have a side effect,
Yes.
which is it's going to affect the hair.
It does. And it might not show up right away.
Yeah.
It could show up later on.
And
You could be off the medicine 2-3 months.
and it'll pop in there. It just depends on how long it takes for it to
For
come out
through
the
the hair.
scalp.
That's right.
And so we discussed that, and then we go straight to now tell me your regimen
Right.
on your hair, because if you're not getting any what's it called, oh gosh, when you touch the
Blood-
head,
yeah, you know.
like you got to get blood flow.
Yes.
You have
It
to.
has to have circulation.
It has to have circulation. You have to touch the hair. How much of what? Take me through your hair routine.
Right.
And so if they be like, "Oh, I just leave it up there," and that's the most misconception of locks.
Yeah.
That they can just be,
Yeah.
and you don't have to do anything.
Right.
The hair, the scalp itself, still needs you to touch it.
Yes.
It still needs
Manipulation
You to
needs- yes,
scalp
it needs to-
manipulation.
yeah, it needs
That
the
is a
manipulation.
big grower.
Yeah.
And so the misconception is it's inexpensive. That's the misconception. It's
Yeah.
inexpensive. Locks are inexpensive.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do nothing to them.
Right.
Well, I beg to differ.
Yeah, because it can be costly.
Yeah.
Okay?
If not, why would you have people who have easy pay?
Right.
They have the Klarma or
Klarna, yeah.
they have
Afterpay. Yeah,
they have Afterpay,
PayPal, yeah.
PayPal, because when you begin your lock journey, and I before I put in starter locks, I ask people during my consultation, what research have you done about this? Why do you want them? Were they calling you, or did you see it and it's just a style? Because I need to know what I'm working with.
Right. This is a temporary thing. This is a phase you're going through.
Yeah.
Are you committing to this?
Exactly,
Right.
because I'm a life coach.
Right.
In the back end, I have a
Right.
certificate for life coaching.
Okay.
And so I teach them all the ways that a lock journey will take you through,
Mm-hmm.
and your different phases, and you're gonna need someone on this back end to help you so that you don't immediately take your shears and nip, because they'll take you there.
Yeah, because you'd be looking like, what is going on? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? This is, it can be challenging. So I do have a few questions.
I love to.
Look, I didn't know you was recording on there. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Let me just look in on there real quick, because I had some questions I had. One of my little questions. I can't see it all too. I'm gonna let y'all know.
It's okay.
I'm like one of the blindest people out.
I need to make it to that. I promise you. I really do.
I'm telling you, I just hold on. Let me get to my questions. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, I have a few. So, what made you fall in love with locks? How did your love for locks and wicks? How did that come about?
Oh man. Okay. So I was in my healing journey. I started my healing journey
Okay.
about 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. And I didn't know what my gifts were, what my talents were, and people always tell you it's right in front of your face.
Right.
It's the one thing you just do naturally that you don't even know is there.
Yeah.
And natural hair is the one thing that I
was
do
calling you from.
forever.
Yeah.
I've done it as a single mom. Like I said, I got 7 kids.
Yeah, I told you.
And so, thank you. And I got 3 grandbabies.
And
Yes.
3 grandbabies.
And so, that was the one thing that got me through when I was living in. I wanted to say the hood.
Yeah,
Okay, but I know
we've been there. Yeah.
But that's where I first started bartering with other single moms. Like, okay, I'll do y'all hair.
Right.
You can watch the kids,
Right.
or you can, vice versa.
Yeah.
I'll watch your kids.
Yeah.
XYZ. And so that's how I started making it. When I fell in love with it, though, was recently when I started. I had got my services at a company was no longer required, right?
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
and so I found myself unemployed. Same day, I went to the salon that I managed. I didn't know that I was going to manage it, but I went to that salon, interviewed. I said, "This is the skills that I have, and can I work here?"
Right.
And so immediately, I became a natural hairstylist.
Okay.
Because you don't have to have a degree to do it.
Right.
You don't have to have a certificate.
Right.
You can hop in there, just don't use shampoo bowl.
Right.
Got it. And so I had bills to pay.
Right.
Every time I get in a crunch, locks pull
Brought
me
you
out. Locks pull me
Yeah, I
out.
understand that.
And so I began to have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yeah.
Because I have not always enjoyed the journey because of the repetition of retwists.
Yeah.
I love creating,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I had to get to the basics in order to even get there.
Right.
So I even forced my students, we're going to the basics because you can't have this at the finished product without going through everything.
That's right. You got to know first.
I learned patience there. I learned grit. I learned so much from the lock journey, just being behind the chair.
Right.
And that's where I started making money for myself that is actually big money paying bills.
Yeah, so I love you.
And the love that I have for it, it provides me a lifestyle to where I can show up whenever I want to. I can go on vacation whenever I want to. I don't have to go into work. I lose the days because I don't have a Monday through Friday schedule. My weekends is when I make them.
Yeah.
And if my weekend is 7-day stretch, I can turn it into 2 week if I need to. And so that gave me a respect, a love for locks, a love and respect for myself, that my craft is now making way for me. I am no longer working nobody else's dream.
Exactly.
Locks allowed me to work for myself.
That's good. That's good. I recently went back to work. I don't know. After 20-something years, went and worked for somebody. I worked for Tark and started driving a bus. And I think the reason why I started working there was because I needed something new. Mm-hmm. I have a daughter that was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I just am overwhelmed. I need a way. I need a new outlet. I need something to do. So I was asking him, like, yeah, I think I can drive a bus? And he's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, but I was telling them at work, I make more money doing locks. Mm-hmm. What y'all giving me in a week, I can make it in a day. You know what I'm saying? I don't drive buses for the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was for the experience because of another part of a dream that I'm working on. Mm-hmm. And so I got that experience, but I had to tell them, hey, this job can be gone today myself.
But locks give us that freedom.
Freedom.
I have freedom. If I want to go back into the workforce and work, it's not because it's not making way for me.
Yeah.
I'm like you said, you may just need a change. I just need a
change from-
breather. I can come in and out
Yeah.
of the rat race
Yeah.
if I want to. That's why I have so much respect for locks. I have
Yeah.
so much respect for the game because you get to name what you want your world to be.
Exactly. I love being an educator. I love creating locks. I love making shampoo bars. I love doing it all. I love being in my own lane. I love being my
under her belt.
I love being my own boss.
That's it. And that's all.
And a job.
I tell people I'm a horrible employee.
Yeah,
I am a
Is she-
horrible
are we
employee.
Kindred? Are we kindred?
I'm telling you.
I'm the worst. I said I'm a great worker, but I am the worst employee.
Horrid.
I'm the worst employee. I don't like to be told to come and go.
Okay.
I'm working on something. We're going to talk about it after we get out this podcast.
Yay!
But I'm working on some things, and taking that route gave me the experience that I needed for the journey that I'm getting ready to embark on. And so they were just a tool, you know what I'm saying, in the process. But
And it's trusting the process, the pathway, and each one of them, each path stone illuminating
Right.
as you walk forward in this lock journey. It takes you in so many different places. How could you not be falling in love with it? How could you not be passionate about it?
telling you,
And
passion.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Passion.
I know that she was because you gotta have it.
Yes, I'm passionate about locks all around. I'm passionate about educating. I'm passionate about the way they look. That's why me and you sitting here. I want to collaborate. I want to talk to other locticians. I want to see what they got in their bag. I know what I've been doing for the last 27 years. What are these women doing? Or these men doing? I want to see it. I want to explore it. I want the world to know what's going on. And so I wanted to share that. Another one of my questions I had for you, and she's all smiles.
I love your questions. I love them.
So we touched on this a little bit. What was your favorite part about working with locks? And you mentioned wicks.
Yeah, wigs are
So-
my thing. That's my lane.
That's your lane.
That's my lane.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
there.
your lane. So
For now.
okay. So what about wicks do you love?
How one, I came about them.
Okay.
Two, their history.
Okay.
It's sacred to me, especially coming out of the Christian background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming out.
Yeah, I said coming out.
Coming on out.
Coming out of that space, we were briefly taught about wicks.
Yeah.
And the priest had 7. Samson had them.
Yeah.
You know, then all of a sudden you don't hear about
You don't
them
hear
no
about
more.
no more.
Even Aaron, I believe his sons had them. They were priestly, 7. And so I started my thought process there, my research, and nobody believes me. Some do, some don't. But I had a vision right before I went to bed one night, and I woke up. I had a dream, and in the dream it showed me this wonderful style and way of how to create them. And I
Told you you was gonna love her.
I immediately woke up, paid homage to it. I had changed my hair. I had 46 locks at the time. I wicked them as soon as I got to the shop. I ain't had no clients.
Right.
I came in, I wicked them, and I put like a lot of colors on them because of course they were little stubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking around with the stubs.
Okay.
And so I created this beautiful color transition from where there's a wick. But you know, in wicks, when you're transitioning, you still got the locks down at the bottom where you haven't actually pulled them in yet, right? And so that was my artistry, like a painting to them. And from there, I ignited. Wicks, people wanted wicks. The owner of the salon, he wanted them.
Right.
And so he was like, Summer, I'm in your chair.
Right.
I said, for real.
Yeah.
And so I blossomed from there. I did not have prior knowledge before that dream of how to do them. And people even ask me to this day, that technique that you're doing, because some people do sit in my studio when I'm doing them, but they have the NDAs. I'm a big believer of an NDA. And so, and so they sit down and they say, this style that you're doing is not anywhere. I can't find it nowhere on Instagram or on YouTube. I said, you're not going to.
No.
I said,
right up out of my subconscious.
it came right up out of my soul. And I said, my ancestors gave me this. And I said, I pay homage to them at all times. You cannot videotape my work.
Right.
You cannot videotape my process, but believe once I'm done with it, it's amazing because all my wicks, you'll know that they're my wicks.
Yeah.
They look
that's your work.
specific.
That's your signature.
That's my signature.
Yeah.
But I put a rose.
Okay.
I stitch a rose petals at the bottom of each wick when I'm done.
Goodness, girl.
And so it's a spiral
Yeah.
effect. You
Yeah.
can't. It's me.
Yeah.
It's my
That's your
signature.
work. That's your
It's my signature. But
Right.
it's because I don't know who or what in my lineage gave me this moment. But I am so grateful, and I learned that artwork from that space, and I'll forever be grateful, and I'll forever be honored.
Hey, Sister Summer, I believe you gave it to yourself, though. Your higher self.
My higher self.
I do.
But Locks took me there. Locks will take you, and that you asked me why I love him so much because this is definitely like somebody had asked me, because sometimes people that sit in your chair and want a discount because they think they cute.
Yeah.
And
I've had that. Yeah, I understand.
And I try and tell them, you don't understand. There's nothing you can do for me. I am walking in my purpose.
Right.
Am I single? Yeah. Am I, I'm single by choice.
Yeah.
I have to focus. Am I dating? Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as my clients,
Right.
as far as that chair, I play no
sacred.
games. I deserve to have a creative, safe place for me to do my creations, for you to accept my creations. Do not molest me right here.
Right.
I have been there, done that.
Right.
In life, I've been raped, molested, all that stuff. I have
Right.
I got a story.
Yeah.
But where it won't happen
It's right here
in
where-
my workspace.
Yeah.
My clients deserve that space to release,
Right.
to be free, to enjoy their
And to be
creativity,
poured into.
and to be poured into.
You rebuilding. You're
Yeah.
creating. That's your creative space.
We don't play games right
Yeah,
here
yeah.
because how I got this gift,
Yeah.
play no games with me. Because
Right.
when I woke up, it changed my life, and I vowed to change people's lives
Right.
as they sat in my chair.
It's funny that you had this dream because I had the same dream about that latch hook.
Yeah.
Interlocking.
Really?
I said, wait a minute. I had this dream about this tool I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way with the crochet needle. It always comes to me in this subconscious way. I haven't never seen it before, never seen it done anywhere, and I'm like, hey, let me try this,
And
let me see if this works. You know what I'm saying? I got my first latch hook from Walmart. Nobody, like I said, I've been doing this for a while. Nobody was interlocking. Okay, I got my first latch hook from Walmart. I bought some little sewing needles, and I opened up widened them up, and I got me a little latch hook, and I start interlocking and start doing things. And then I found out a couple years later, they put a name on it. You know what I'm saying? You said nobody believes you, but I know that you're telling the truth.
Thank
because
you.
I've had my own experience.
Yep.
I've had my own experience. My witness right here. Hey, let me try this.
I was on that when I was on my healing journey and trying to figure out my gift. I started with friendship bracelets. You know, you got the ones that you got a 4-point knot, and it makes like this box knot. If you look at it, it looks like a crocheted instant lock.
Yeah.
And that's where it started for me. I didn't know that at the time, but that's where I started.
Right.
And but my ex-girlfriend at the time, she's not my girlfriend, but ex-girlfriend at the time, I'm bi. So you're gonna hear
And she
men
can
and
be
women back and
whatever
forth.
she want to be.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so she wanted her hair instant lock. She was mixed.
Right.
And she handed me the instant lock little tool and said, I know you can do it. She was like, look on look on what's that thing called? YouTube, and we can figure it out. As soon as I look on YouTube, I kind of have that gift. Like as soon as I see something, I can do it immediately, right?
Who else got that gift?
I love it.
Hey, all I need to see it is just one time.
It's one time.
Hey.
And so I ended up instant locking her whole head.
Right.
It took me a week, but I instant locked her whole head because we had to do it in between work.
Right.
And that's where I got my start. And from there, the creativity just kept hitting, bam, 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 bam. And the stone that took me there was moldavite. It's a meteorite that comes down because I'm big on stones and stuff like that. And moldavite will take you right into your higher path. And everything else started dropping, coming off, and that's when I rode right into my now.
I can't believe it's almost been an
hour.
hour.
My God, it's been an hour.
I can't believe it.
I
can't believe it. So I want to sum it up with. Let me see what I want to ask Miss Summer before I had to let her go because this is a powerhouse right here. Beautiful. This is a powerhouse.
Thank you.
So
Same.
5 years.
I love that.
Where do you see the lock industry and where you see yourself in the lock industry in the next 5 years?
5 years. I will have hemmed up the western area of the United States.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll already be saturated, and I have my trajectory for Denmark. For
UK girl.
For Denmark to be across seas. Our artistry needs to be where we are, and we are everywhere.
Yes.
And so that is my goal. Celebrity stylist, like I do want to be able to bring my gift to the stars because they need the guidance as well. They need somebody pouring into them too.
Right. And who can connect with a star better than a star?
Yeah, better than a star. Cause
you're a star. Why wouldn't you have celebrity connect?
Right.
It's a given.
I love you.
It's a given.
That's my trajectory is to take this around the world because it is much needed. And when I expand, that's about how much room there is. So when I finally let my wings go, because I shrunk for so many years. Now
you ready to soar.
Yeah, now I'm upright.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I'm ready. I'm ready. But 5 years, that's what it looks like for me.
Okay.
3 is definitely gonna be great, and I would love to have have lunch with you in Dubai because that's one of my goals.
I would love to have lunch with you. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have lunch, me and Summer in Dubai. I'm looking forward to that.
We flying in private jets. Got it.
Yes.
I just speak
the PJ too.
Yeah, because this is a time like when people are on your podcast, maybe, and if I may make a suggestion, give them a question that they are able to put out in the answer in the atmosphere and the vibration to make it bring it to them because this is the platform, the radio waves, everything, all of it's the platform. So get it out there and just start speaking.
Hey, because it's power.
It's power in your
in
words,
that tongue, boy. Hey,
and in your belief.
A pleasure.
Yay!
It's been my pleasure sitting with you in Summer. I'm looking forward to us chatting up again. We're gonna have to do some kind of collaboration outside.
And we'll
of this.
do.
Yes, and outside of this podcast because hey, we are kindred.
Yes.
Let me ask you, when's your birthday?
May 30th.
May 30th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini.
A whole Gemini. Yeah. Whole Gemini.
Yeah, my brother's a Gemini. My sister's birthday is actually in May, but my son is a Gemini as well. But hers is May 15th. She's a Taurus, and hey, it's one of my loves too. So yeah, I love me a Gemini, and I'm looking forward to us collaborating. And let's give it up for Miss Summer.
Yes.
Thank you for being a part of the Locology podcast, and this has been a blast.
Yay.
All right. We sorry we moved.
Okay.
We moved.